Hey, so check it out. We recently finished this project. Uh, Another dispensary, man. So told you all we do a lot of dispensaries. So check it out. High Plains strains. Let's see here. You can kind of see the logo right there in the background. So this one's located in Alt, Colorado. Again, Highway 85. If you watched any of my old videos, we recently finished another project. I was on Highway 85 about, I don't know, 45, 50 miles south of this location. So yeah, another drive-through. This has a single lane right there. As you can see, that's going to be the drive-through right behind me. But this building, it didn't look anything like this when we first started. I mean, if you look around, we're kind of in a real small town over here. It's called Alt, Colorado, and kind of the industrial area. So nothing, no new construction, ain't a whole lot going over here. But the one thing that this place definitely has in its favor is the owner strategically placed this place, to hit this whole corridor, Highway 85. They got several locations on Highway 85. Wyoming is basically 45 minutes that way, the border of Wyoming, where marijuana is not legal, right? So Colorado, we're starting to see a lot more of these places pop up in these small towns, and obviously the tax dollars is a huge benefit to these small cities. So we're seeing more and more pop up everywhere. So yeah, check it out. Not a whole lot going on back there, but High Plains strains, Alt, Colorado's finest location. Single phase 200 amp service, completely unnecessary for such a small place like this, but we look at it as if they ever decide to sell the building, hey, at least they got a 200 amp service. So give them a brand new service, went right through that soffit, and it went overhead. So more and more we're seeing these utility companies are putting everything underground nowadays. So that was kind of nice. We could do this overhead, ram this little ground rod into the concrete right here. I had Kanan do it, my son, who you guys will get familiar with pretty soon. We're going to interview him and show you what he's all about. 18-year-old entrepreneur for sure. So just need the little piece sticking out the top. Yeah, check it out. Drive through. Not a huge parking lot, but the idea is just to zip in, order the product, and zip right out. So, but yeah, come inside, check it out. So as you can see, it's still somewhat a work in progress. These guys are waiting for permitting from this small city of Alt, I believe. But our electrical scope is finished, and what you're seeing here, it's kind of hard. It's kind of a small room, but what you're seeing here is the entry. So customers come in, if you're familiar with this whole thing, customers come in, you check in right here, hand them your ID, wait in line for them to give you the green light to go inside. And once you're inside, you'll come through these doors. We got no lights. I wonder where our lights are. Here we go. So, I mean, this is a cool vibe right here, with the lights off, so you could kind of see some of the design we put into these things. But check out that old brick wall right there. This building the original building was probably built in the early 1900s or something like that. So there's a few structural things I had to address and get through the city with the permitting and all that stuff. But super small spot, which is fine for Alt, Colorado. There's probably like 10 people population here or something like that. No, not really, but it's not a big town, right? So let's see, where do we put the light switches? We gave it a real simple setup, man. So here we go, lights on. And this is what we came up with. You know, you could see some of our MC cable and stuff still up there and conduits up there that all need to be sprayed. These guys said they would tackle that, but you know, pretty cool ceiling, pretty cool layout. We gave them this one strip light there. They didn't want super bright light in here. They just wanted to be able to showcase the product, which obviously there's no product in these cases yet, but there will be. You know, they got displays back there, refrigeration back there for whatever other refrigerated products that they need. Um, so Nature's Herbs and Wellness is the umbrella brand, right? And High Plains Strains is what they call some of their locations, and they have several of these locations. But check out some of their gear; it's pretty cool. Jerry Garcia, right? I think so. Exquisite extracts, High Plains strains. But yeah, they sell it all here. If you're not from Colorado and your state's not legal, I mean, this is a big deal around here, right? Everybody's got their hands in this industry in one way or another. I'll take that back. That's not exactly true. I'd say we do, right? We've wired up hundreds of thousands of square feet of stores just like this, indoor grows. Man, we've maintenance all kinds of greenhouses. We set up all the lighting, all the controls for the lighting. We do it all, and you know, stuff is constantly burning up in these projects, so it's a good maintenance gig for us. So they run these lights 24 hours a day in some cases. In a lot of cases, you know, there's a couple different things that happen, and I've learned this over time. Just you have to kind of know how this stuff works. But there's a veg cycle, there's flower cycle. You're running lights for about 18 hours a day, and these aren't, you know, little lights. These are, you know, equivalent to 1,000-watt high pressure sodium type lights. We're seeing the technology getting better and better with LED lighting. It's been a while since we've been able to say that LED lighting is actually produces in these flowering stages, but it looks like the technology is catching up and LED lighting is starting to become a thing. So yeah, you know, there's not a whole lot to see in here. It's a really small store, but I think this one, you know, we kind of did a T&M on this, you know, and we're really fair with these guys, man, you know, so we charge, when we're doing projects like this and we're doing T&M and it's not a quoted job, we will charge anywhere between like $76 and $95 an hour on T&M for what I consider projects, commercial projects. When we're out doing service work and things of that nature, our rates are far higher than that, you know, so if we're at a person's house, doing a hot tub, doing an EV charger, installing a ceiling fan, putting light in, whatever, you know, our minimum is $140. And it really depends on who's on site and stuff like that. But even that's about to change. So, you know, one thing I'm learning in this game is everything's getting more expensive. You know, like in general in the world, everything's getting more expensive. So it's no different for us. It's no different for electricians. Our materials are more, our labor cost is more, you know, our insurance, gas, maintenance, all the overhead that comes along with all these projects, all the admin time, all of my time for design, permitting, you know, just everything that goes into the background of these projects, most customers don't take into consideration. So everything's super expensive, right? But the reality of these things is, we put in a lot of time and a lot of effort outside of just the job. So if you're considering starting your own business, this is something you got to figure out. And so what I was saying is, as far as the service side of stuff, which I don't consider this service, this is a commercial project work, right? But on the service side of stuff, we're switching things up this year and going to a flat rate pricing rather than T&M. And we're doing that for several reasons, and that's for another video. But yeah, things are about to change because this commercial market, it's not exactly easy to make money anymore as you grow, right? And I'm a 10-guy shop, couple people in the office, myself, and as you grow, you lose efficiency. So I remember when I had my tools on and I was doing the thing, with my guys out in the field, I was consistently hitting, that 25 to 35% profit margins at the end of the year. And as you grow, and my job has become different, and it's working on the business, not in the business, right? I think I said that right. I don't have my tools on as much, so you lose that efficiency out in the field, and it's tough. So your profit margins start to go down. So that's part of why I was mentioning the service stuff. We're going to start doing a lot more service. We're going to start doing a lot more flat rate pricing. We're going to train the guys so they understand how to quote these jobs, and it's not so much like they're going to have to really think so much. We're creating a pricing book that they'll be able to go to and say, this is what it is. This is what, this, if it'll all have the details in there, so they could just go to the book, look at it, in a ceiling fan at 8 feet, 15 feet, or 20 feet, right? We'll have different tiers. We'll have different levels of complexity with the projects, so it'll make the guys' lives a lot easier. They'll make more money. Hopefully we'll make more money. Our margins our bottom line will increase, so it's kind of weird. We're like in this period right now where we're definitely growing, but we're still not big, right? So it's tough, man. You gotta figure it out, and you just gotta, again, I always say this, but you gotta roll with the punches. And some days are good, some days are bad. I mean, for example, this morning wasn't like a great morning, right? I hit the gym. I did jiu-jitsu this morning and stuff, and that was amazing. We have some tournaments this weekend, so a lot of the guys in class are competing, and so we got some good rounds in this morning. But
last one, Fabian. Nice, baby. Up, Blake. Nice. By the hand, nice, Blake. No back take. No back take. Nice. Stop. Very nice. Ooh. You okay? Good. Good job, guys. All right. Are you doing the round?
As soon as I get out of class, my phone's just going off, right? Like I probably had 5 missed calls by 7:30 a.m. Everybody needs me, right? Everybody needs something, but the guys kind of screwed up on a project this morning, and we had a striping company out on a EV install that we're doing, and they have to identify the parking stalls with EV parking only. And one of the guys told the striping company to stripe a wrong stall, right? So these guys aren't cheap. They're like $2,000, right? Just to get them out to do a couple stalls. So luckily I was able to call the owner and say, hey man, there was a mistake. I don't know whose end it was on, because nobody exactly took responsibility for it with my guys, right? So I was trying to get to the bottom of it, like what happened here? Where'd you guys tell them? And he goes, I just went off the blueprints. If you went off the blueprints, then it was done right. We told them right. But if it wasn't, then that's our bad. So long story short, the striping company's coming out. He's going to charge me half of what he would normally charge. So thankfully that's all going to work out. But stuff like that, you got to be careful on these projects. If you're not watching everything every day, don't start a business. Don't plan on growing. Stay small. Keep the one-man van, maybe get a couple guys and just go out and do your thing. But in my opinion, going out and just doing your thing, eventually as a business owner, like what are we doing, right? Are we going to be working until we're 65, 70 years old? And what does that look like in the future? So for me, I want to build the business, create value here. I want to have something that has a lot of value, right? So in the future, for when I'm older and I'm ready to exit the business, I have something that's worth something. And hey, maybe I could retire or something like that, I guess. But yeah, that's what it is, man. But check it out. We'll go check out the remaining of the build back here. It's nothing exciting, but High Plains Strains, Alt Colorado. Super cool place. Look at this though. That's dope. And if you saw my last video with the other high plains strains in Fort Lupton, Colorado, they had the same floors. And these floors are awesome. It's almost like a rubbery kind of feel. It doesn't exactly seem like stamped concrete. It's almost like it feels like a rubber in a sense, but I know it's some kind of overlay. So I'm curious. We're doing an overlay at my house today, actually. I'm excited to show you guys my house one day, and my patio. We just poured a 2,000 square foot patio, all stamped concrete. And the existing patio is getting an overlay. So pretty cool. But let's see. Hopefully I don't set no alarms off. Nope. Okay. Oh, geez. I might not. Probably shouldn't be in there. But anyway, here you go. Here's kind of some stuff back here. Hopefully I ain't creating no problems here with everything. But yep, POS system. These cases will be filled with green product pretty soon. And this place will be booming. You wouldn't believe the amount of traffic that these places get on a daily basis. It's insane if you knew what kind of numbers these guys do. But, you know, they do big numbers, but they pay big taxes too. So I personally know the owner of the company. I've seen him grow from $30,000 to, I couldn't even tell you what they're doing in sales right now, but I bet it's somewhere between 30 and 50 million a year with all their locations. But again, man, you know, the IRS and all that stuff, they take their fair share. They take more than their fair share in this industry here. It's still illegal federally, but on the state level, it's legal. And boy, do they get their money. So yeah, check it out. High Plains Strain, Alt, Colorado. If you're in the area, come give these guys a visit. You can't miss it. We're putting in a big old sign outside here real soon. But here it is.